Hello, I'm High Heel Knight. Welcome to my channel. This is my miniature review of Ma. It's a suspense thriller starring Octavia Spencer. The story is about a teenager named Maggie. She moves to the hometown of her mother. She and her mother, Erica, they're just trying to rebuild their lives. Maggie, being the new gal in town, she wants to make friends, quickly. So a bunch of teenagers of the high school pretty much invite her into their collective. And these kids, they like to party and drink, but being minors, they can't legally purchase alcohol. So they try to have strangers buy alcohol for them. But one day they happen to meet a woman named Sue Ann, who decides to buy the alcohol for them. And through some interesting circumstances, the teens start hanging out at Sue Ann's basement in order to party and have fun. That way they don't have to worry about the police checking out all the usual locations that the teenagers of the town like to drink and party. The teenagers nicknamed Sue Ann Ma, and they quickly begin a friendship, but unfortunately, Ma is not this sweet, nice, middle-aged woman that she seems to be. She's actually quite psychotic, and she becomes very obsessed with the teenagers very quickly. And the more obsessed she becomes, the more dangerous she becomes. And the big question is, will the teenagers realize it and get out of the situation before it's too late? So I want to say right off the bat that I recommend this movie overall, if anything, for Octavia Spencer's performance. Octavia Spencer always gives an excellent performance, but in here is truly wonderful, truly brilliant. She reminds me of Norman Bates, that type of character who is clearly, disturbed or something wrong, but at the same time they can operate well enough that they seem just kind of normal and quirky. So I really appreciate that. In this story, you never know what's going to set her off. You never know what she's going to do. You don't really know what's going on in her mind. She's not wild and crazy. She's just sort of methodically crazy. So I really like that. And that's the main reason why I'm recommending this movie, just for Octavia Spencer's performance. But as far as everything else, I just didn't like it. Now, I'm not saying that this movie is bad. I'm saying it's not to my taste. And the main reason is that it's hard for me to get behind a movie in which I don't like any of the protagonists. It's fine when I don't like the villains, but when I don't like any of the protagonists, it just all falls apart. For instance, earlier this year, there was a movie called Greta, and it featured a teenage girl that should know better in this day and age. Well, in this movie, we got a whole slew of teenagers who should know better in this day and age. And there even comes a point in the movie where it seems like, okay, looks like they finally remember their brain cells and they're going to be smart. But no, they wind up being stupid anyway. So I'm like, well, I don't care what happens to you at this point. I'm sort of rooting for some type of nonsense or dangerous thing to happen to you. It's like, I want something bad to happen because it shows like you should know better, but you didn't. So now you deserve whatever it is you're going to get. So yeah, that's why I don't like the movie. It's very suspenseful. It's very thrilling. It's very shocking. It's very surprising. But for my taste, no. I don't like these characters. They're a bunch of idiots. I was young, and I like to be a lot of crazy, but I knew better way back then. It's 2019. The teenagers should definitely know better. So, yeah, that really frustrated me. Back on the positive, though, I liked how this movie shows with social media, a person can stalk you very easy. Stalking people have become very, very convenient nowadays with all the social media posts. 90% of the stalking efforts already done for you. So Octavia Spencer's character, Ma, she uses social media to stalk the teenagers. That was wonderful. And as far as pure negatives, outside of my own taste, but negatives, there's supposed to be some type of dynamic between Sue Ellen, Ma, and Maggie's mother, Erica. It's not a spoiler because it's mentioned in the trailers, but Ma and Erica knew each other when they were teenagers, and so I think there's going to be a real deep dynamic, and it sort of hints at that. But the way that climax comes out, it makes it seem like they're going to have this deep, special, meaningful friendship, and it's like, that's not what you showed me. You just two people that sort of knew each other. We're some deep friends. So that's it drops the ball on that front. But other than that, yeah, it's scary, it's suspenseful, it's wonderful. Octavia Spencer, fantastic, but I didn't like it. So I recommend the movie, check it out. But for me, I did not like this film. So that's my thoughts on Ma. I would love to know what you thought of the movie. Be sure to share whatever comments you like in the comment section. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, or dislike, share, and subscribe. Once again, I'm High Heel Knight. Thank you for watching, and remember, find inspiration everywhere.